Alexa, enable the WBQP skill and play WBQP Pensacola. Get WBQP radio on your phone, Alexa, or CarPlay. Your community station, wherever you go.
I remember these. Will I have the money to send my kid to college? Well, that's specific. How long has that been there? 7-letter word for a bank that helps you reach your goals.
Synovus. Order for Synovus?
Thank you.
Are you Synovus?
Yes.
Are you gonna ask or should I?
A solid financial future doesn't happen by chance. Let's talk about your potential today.
Start your day with Mornings with Vernon on WBQP, Monday through Friday from 6:30 to 9 a.m. Watch on Channel 12 and listen on WBQP Radio on your phone, Alexa, or CarPlay. WBQP is your information station.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show. It's a beautiful day out there, and let's get you caught up on everything.
It's Monday! Let's get the week moving with Morning with Vernon.
It's time for Mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For Mornings with Vernon. Get up now. Let's go. Get up now. Turn it up now. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it now.
Start your day with Mornings with Vernon on WBQP, Monday through Friday from 6:30 to 9 a.m. Watch on Channel 12 and listen on WBQP Radio on your phone, Alexa, or CarPlay. WBQP is your information station.
All right, everybody. Good Monday morning, y'all. Woo, 6:34, and it is the 3rd day of August, y'all, in the year of our Lord 2026. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully that I am on social media this morning. I see Miss Janice checked in. Good morning, Sugar. Miss Lois checked in. Have y'all gotten your coffee yet, sugars? Yeah, I got my coffee. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Let me double check to make sure I'm on the television. Okay. I'm on the television here. And see. I'm on the internet here. So, all right. We ought to be ready to go this morning. Did y'all have a weekend? Did you have a good weekend? Mine was okay. It went, the weekend passed by so fast, y'all. I don't understand it. Yeah, I always remember what my grandmama used to tell me. She said, son, don't be wishing your life away. When you get old, them days gonna start passing by right now. I said, Grandma, I sure be glad when I be grown. But you always tell me, nope, don't laugh. You. Speaking of grandmother, y'all, I got a clip what I want to show you called The Forgotten Grandmama. If I can get time today, please, you just got to see this, okay? It ain't no way possible without you being impacted about this video I'm going to show. But I'm going to squeeze it in there. So y'all remind me, Lois and Janice and Jeannie and Alan, all you folks, before the day's over, maybe right after I do, maybe I can find some time right before after we get through with the jobs this morning. Okay, I want to show you this clip. It's about 10 minutes long, but you're going to really be impacted by it. Let me tell you that. Okay, so let's do that. All right, this Monday morning, y'all. Monday morning. You know what we do on a Monday? We always have our Mamie Hickson on. You know, Mamie comes on at 6:45 in the morning with Grandma Time, and then we have Miss Clara Long at 7:30 with our jobs, and well, hopefully we can have a conversation with Commissioner May, and also with Pensacola Police Department. So that's another time I can get an opportunity. I can squeeze that video in there. If I don't squeeze it in after I talk to Miss Clara Long, maybe I can squeeze it in there after I talk to Mike Woods, the police department here and everything. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. I guess we better go ahead, y'all, and let's start the day off with a prayer, okay? Reverend Joe Gatton, can you get us a prayer this morning, sir? I would appreciate it if you're praying for us this morning. Can you do that?
Hi, this is Gerald Katzen of Emmaus Baptist Church, Pensacola, Florida.
Excuse me.
As we come to you during the month of August, on this beautiful Monday morning, join me in prayer if you will. Father God in heaven, we come now in prayer, praying sacred words of prayer, beseeching your throne of grace, seeking you out not only for this moment, but for the times to come. Lord, bless us throughout this entire day as we present ourselves before your throne of grace and mercy. Lord, this is our prayer as we pray now in the belovedness of Jesus the Christ, our Lord, our Savior. Amen.
Amen. Amen, y'all. Good morning, everybody. That was our prayer this morning. We're going to just check in. I guess we better check in with the weather lady this morning and see what the weather going to be like this week. Can we get some weather stuff, Cheryl? Can we talk about what the weather going to be like this week?
Vernon. Here's your WBQP weekly weather forecast. We're looking at another warm and humid week across the Gulf Coast with daily chances for scattered showers and thunderstorms. Monday starts off with partly cloudy skies and a 50% chance of showers. High temperatures will reach 90 degrees with an overnight low of 76. Tuesday stays warm with a 50% chance of scattered showers. Look for a high of 89 degrees with a low around 78. On Wednesday, there's a 30% chance of isolated showers. Expect a high of 89 degrees with a warm overnight low of 79. Thursday brings mostly cloudy skies and a 40% chance of showers. Afternoon highs reach 88 degrees with a low of 77. And we wrap up the week on Friday with another 50% chance of scattered showers. Highs will top out near 87 degrees with overnight lows around 76. Overall, expect a typical Gulf Coast summer pattern. Hot afternoons, warm nights, and scattered showers that could develop each day. This is Cheryl Mulrain, and that's your weekly weather forecast on WBQP TV.
Well, thank you, Sugar. I better get over to the traffic this morning before we get to Mamie and our grammar time. Good morning, Sugar. High traffic this morning, baby. Good morning. How you
Morning
doing?
to you too, Vernon. I am doing well. Thank you for asking. Are you ready for the traffic report? Here we go.
Yes, ma'am.
Good Monday morning. This is Lola with your Monday's WBQP traffic report. Expect moderate traffic during the morning commute, with heavier congestion near I-10, I-110, Davis Highway, 9 Mile Road, and US 29. Here are your estimated travel times. I-10 from Pine Forest Road to 110, 15 to 20 minutes. 9 Mile Road to Davis Highway, 12 to 18 minutes. Downtown Pensacola to Gulf Breeze, 18 to 25 minutes. Pensacola to Pensacola Beach, 20 to 30 minutes. Scenic Highway to the Pensacola Bay Bridge, 18 to 24 minutes. Garden Street remains reduced to one lane in each direction between Pace Boulevard and North Donaldson Street. Drivers should also watch for construction near the I-10 and US 29 interchange. The northbound US 29 ramp to I-10 eastbound remains closed, with a posted detour. Most additional I-10 and I-110 construction will occur overnight. FDOT traffic advisory. Monday morning should begin mostly sunny, with temperatures climbing from the lower 70s. Showers may develop during the afternoon. so watch for wet and slippery roads later in the day. Lola's traffic tip. Leave a few minutes early, avoid distractions, and slow down when entering construction zones. I'm Lola, and that's your Monday traffic report from WBQP, your information station.
Thank you, Lola. I appreciate you for checking in with us this morning. You know, it is 7:45, y'all. And today, that means we got a report coming in for grammar time, y'all, with our great grammarian, Miss Mamie. All right, I want to fix it. Fix it. Can you do it right?
Say it right.
I want to do it right. I'm doing it wrong, but I want to do
Start
it
your
right.
day with Mornings with Vernon on WBQ.
See, Monday morning, y'all. Monday morning. Come on now. Monday morning.
It's Monday, 6:45 a.m. It's Grammar Time with Mamie Hickson on WBQP. Let's learn, improve, and succeed.
You can't say that. It's grammar time. It's grammar time. Good grammar, can't touch this. Do that. It's grammar time. Learn it. Fix it. Say it right.
Good morning. It is grammar time, y'all, with Mamie Hickson this morning. I know she hadn't. There she is. Good morning, sugar. You just look beautiful what you do on the week? You just practice and with makeup more. You must got a hot date this morning. You looking gorgeous this morning. Good morning.
I look gorgeous for me. Not for a date.
Come
I
on,
look
now.
gorgeous
Wait a
for
minute
me.
now. Okay, all right, we ain't gonna get in this age
Yes,
old
we are.
argument.
I look gorgeous for me.
Yeah, you better be looking gorgeous for a
My
man.
No, my students will tell you I'm dressed up every day when I teach. So I look gorgeous for me. I like to look
If
professional.
you didn't look gorgeous, you wouldn't attract a man, Miss Mamie.
Really?
I understand that. I truly understand that, but okay. All right, we ain't gonna fight about that.
I've seen women who are not gorgeous and they attract lots of men for whatever reason. So it's okay. They don't try to look gorgeous. So I think we look gorgeous to make ourselves feel good.
I agree. I agree with you on that. Let me ask you real quick, just to get off the subject, to get back on it just real quickly. I know you heard about the Tuskegee Institute. Well, Tuskegee University now have imposed a brand new dress code standard there. They're not allowing students to come there looking in a kind of way. They can't come school class with the bedroom slippers on and do
No, I haven't
rags.
heard about it. Good.
Do rags and stuff like that. We're gonna talk about this a little later on in the morning, but I think that's a good policy myself.
Oh, I do too. You know what amazes me? That they even needed the policy. When I went to Talladega, which is also an HBCU, we didn't need dress codes like that because we knew we were being college trained and becoming professionals. So we always dressed up. That's where, starting with my mother, my aunt, and my grandmother, who dressed up all the time after they left the cotton fields. I went to college, went to high school here in Pensacola. All the schools I went to from elementary to high school, the teachers dressed up. Bottom line.
Right.
You could tell a teacher from a custodian.
Yeah.
Nowadays you can't. So then when I went to college at Talladega, we dressed up every day. Heels. That's why I still wear heels. I've been wearing heels every day of the week since 1963.
Wow.
And so at Talladega, we wore heels every day. We dressed up. So I'm just happy that Tuskegee has instituted and implemented a rule that probably was there all along.
It was.
And it has been broken by this new generation. Not only college students. At one of the at the memory facility where Melvin is, I'm just appalled at the attire of the CS of some of the CNAs. It's not a beautiful sight. I don't want to be in a hospital. I'd rather go back to the all white, where the pants, as part of the scrubs, I guess they're called, they are touching the floor, so they're collecting dirt. They're mopping the floor with their pants. Let's not get into that. But yes, thank goodness.
Well, they don't have to pay a janitor. See, that they're getting 2 for 1.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, yes.
Yeah. But remember, I know, let's get to grammar time, but this, I hope they start applying that same standard back into churches.
It's getting
I tell you, they went, we can just pendulum can swing too far either way. Okay. Sometimes maybe it's just strict. Maybe you just don't have to wear a 3-piece suit every Sunday, but don't come there to church with rollers in your hair and booty pants. You know what I'm saying? I think show a little respect a little bit for the church. So the church has been the same. When you look around in the church, it's almost like the college campuses now. It's just, I'm like you. I was raised with a little decorum.
Yes.
Yeah.
And some modesties. Just don't show things in church that you show when you're out.
Yeah.
Dress up. In fact, do you remember the day that you had church clothes and you had school clothes? You had to differentiate.
Yeah,
Sunday, you had to dress up.
Sure did.
Your Sunday best.
Had different, even had church shoes.
That's right.
Yeah, you didn't wear your church stuff every day or the school or whatever. You had the school clothes, you had the church clothes, you had the play clothes, and of course you had your work clothes. Yeah.
And we appreciate having learned all that from our parents. Okay, so this morning I like the word you made up. You called me a grammatarian. There's actually a word already for us, those of us who practice.
I didn't think you heard me. I didn't think you heard that.
But you made up one. That's okay. I'm going to send you a request. I'll show you some of those words or the word.
All right, go ahead. Did you send it?
Yes, I did.
I don't. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay, I got it. Okay, go ahead.
So
one of these days you're going to figure out so you can automatically do it.
There we go.
Okay.
We're all grammarians here. We're all adults here. You heard that expression. We're all grammarians here. So the word is grammarian, but grammatarian would work just as well. Grammatizer. Grammarian. I'm a grammarian because I study and study the language, the English language, the grammar of the English language. But then there are some people that I call grammarian wannabes. There's some, like my students, who are taking a course called Grammar for Professional Success and another course called Modern Grammar. They are budding grammarians. And then there are people like me who consider ourselves gurus. We don't know it all, but we know where to look for the information. Lifelong grammarians. Some of the people who come to Grammar Size on Mondays, they love the English language enough to want to talk about it. And so they are grammar nerds, they are grammar enthusiasts, they're grammar geeks. But what about the grouches? Those people who just hate mistakes. They abhor mistakes. They detest mistakes. Grammar grouches, I call them. Then there are those of us who watch the English language and we're silently correcting your grammar cops. And then there are those like me.
What about the geeks? What about the geeks?
Oh, the geeks are just like the nerds. They just love grammar.
Okay.
The good for nothing grammarians, we try to help people, but people don't want our help. I corrected a lady and she said, I have a master, M-A-S-T-E-R, master degree in English with a small e. And so I'm thinking, where'd you buy that degree? What junkie? Grammar junkies, I should have added to this one too. Then there are borderline grammarians, grammarless grammarians, people who think they're grammarians, but they really aren't. Type G, I call the others, type G grammarians high up on the ladder. Type G, I'm a type G, right? We have type 1 and type 2 diabetes, so we have type G grammarians.
And like you got type A and type B personalities.
There you go.
Type G. Okay, I got it.
So whatever you are, whatever level, whatever grammarian you are, we're the people who think, oh, you can't say that.
Yeah.
So you cannot say that. And you can't write that either.
I guess I'm the last one, huh? One of them bad grammatarians.
You're a bad grammarian?
Yeah.
You're working on being a good one, though. We're going to turn you into a good one.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let us close that one out and do what I had planned. Remember last week we talked about states, abbreviations?
Yeah.
Let's start with your state.
Okay.
Well, not your state. No, let's start with the state.
Alabama?
No, we're going to start
Florida.
with states that begin with the letter V. Abbreviations. That's what we're doing. Abbreviations.
Okay.
How about these two? Oop, they went away.
Okay.
Those are two I could think of quickly as I was coming on that begin with the first letter of your first name.
Okay.
VA and VT. So we're
Virginia and Vermont.
all right. You know your state. Can you think of any others? Those are the two I thought of.
The only in the V's in the US of A.
Right.
I think that's the only ones that I could think of.
Okay. I've been to the state of Vermont, and I think I've been through Virginia.
Okay.
All right, let's go to my name. M's. We have ME, MD, and these are the required postal abbreviations that we should be using. Back in the day, I think Virginia was probably, what was Virginia back in the day when we weren't using the two uppercase letters in Vermont? Probably VER.
VIA, like a VIA, Virginia. I don't know. Yeah, because they used to have 3 letters. Now the postal system cut them down to 2 letters. Yeah.
And when there were 3 letters, I mean, the first letter was capitalized, but not the other 2. Florida was capital F, lowercase LA. Virginia was probably VIR, I guess. I don't remember. Vermont, probably VER.
Probably, I can't remember.
We could probably Google that.
I forgot to take my privileges. I can't remember.
So let's look at ME, MD, MA, MI, MN, MS, MO, MT. I believe M has the most states with the letter M, starting with the letter M.
Let me see. Can I name them?
Right,
Maine.
Okay.
Maryland.
Okay.
Maine. Wait a minute. Maine
is ME. So this is something else.
MA. What other thing? Okay, let me skip that one. Skip that one. Come back.
All right.
Michigan.
Okay.
Minnesota.
Okay.
Mississippi.
Okay.
Either that. Probably Missouri, and the other one is Montana.
That's it. Now, what about
MA is Maryland, huh?
No, MD is Maryland.
Let me see.
Northeast.
Well, Maine is in the Northeast. I'm trying to think. In the northeast corner, up there in that corner.
People mispronounce it all the time. They put a chew in it.
A Q?
Chew, CHEW.
Oh, Massachusetts. Oh yeah, Massachusetts. Okay. How do you pronounce it? Massachusetts?
Massachusetts. But people call it Massachusetts. Yeah. They put a 2 in it instead of a chew. It's Massachusetts instead of Massachusetts.
Yeah, Massachusetts.
I don't think anyone mispronounces the others, but that is a commonly mispronounced state. Massachusetts.
But they don't. What about Mississippi?
I've never heard Mississippi mispronounced. Have you?
MISSI, cricket letter I, cricket letter I.
But that's
not. That's why I learned how to spell Mississippi. MI, cricket letter I, cricket letter I, hump back I.
Right.
Did you learn that? Did you learn how to spell it that way?
Yes, I remember that. I learned that too.
Okay.
All right, let's try.
We got quite a number of N's too. M and N's. Okay.
Just as the same number as M's, I believe. Okay. You want to test yourself?
Yeah, my favorite state over there is Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Carolina, North Carolina, North Dakota, and
I think we should take this one off. Marshall Islands. That was in a list.
Yeah, that's territory. That's not a state. That's a territory.
Territory. Good. Yeah. Okay. So that's what we have.
One of these days we're gonna talk about the difference between states and territories and stuff like that. But anyhow, we go ahead.
Okay. So, shortcuts. Do we know what these abbreviations mean? These are things we say all the time.
Yeah.
In fact, we don't even consider them as abbreviations. And in many cases, you find them in the dictionary as they appear on the screen.
I was going to ask you that. Do Miss Miriam, Mr. Miriam,
Merriam
have they?
Webster,
Yeah,
Merriam Webster carries.
Mr. and Mr. Merriam Webster's, have they really recognized these
Yes,
abbreviations
as
as
words.
words?
As
Yeah.
words. There are many words that actually are abbreviations,
Okay.
like MC. I think we
Right.
can look that up under M.
Hammer, MC Hammer. Like your favorite, he's one of your favorite artists, I noticed. MC Hammer. Hammer time.
I don't know that that's the only song that I know that he sang. Did he have others?
He will. You know what? You might be right. He might have been one of them one hit wonders, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Like
Wow.
sitcom, you can find sitcom in the dictionary as a word, and it really means. Do you know?
Yeah, situational comedy.
Yeah, situation comedy. What about rom-com?
Rom-com is I don't forget what that means. What it mean?
Romance comedy.
Romance. Oh, see, I don't read true stories and yeah. Remember them magazines back in the day, true stories and stuff like that.
True romance stories.
Yeah, I know what SNL is though.
Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live.
All right.
I better start talking proper since I'm on this show. Okay.
Yes, you better, because I told you those people who said, what's that expression you were talking about that are used on your commercial? Vernon something.
Oh, Vernon is the one.
Yeah, Vernon is the man, and then they would
Vernon
say
is the one. Vernon is the one is correct, but Vernon, you is the one. But I put in there, Vernon, you is.
But it would work if you put it into the vernacular form that it was meant to be. Vernon, you the man. Just take out the verb. You the man. But when you put that is, it stands out. Nobody says that, but we do say you the man. Hey, you the man. We leave out the verb, right?
But that's so prime and proper. I want to get ignorant
not proper.
sometimes.
Proper is you are the man. Colloquial
I know that, but
you the man. But you is the man sounds just really bad. It does.
To a grammarian. What you call yourself? A guru?
Apparently, I'm a good for nothing grammarian because I haven't convinced you that you should say.
That's what the only thing sound bad to. If those folks like that.
Colloquially, you should say you the man, because that's what's true and honest. I was working with the church administrator on our new pastor's bio, and she put that she's a graduate, at least the secretary did, the administrator, of Booker T. Washington. I said, nobody says that. That's pretentious. It's Booker T. Washington. Yeah. And for years, a lot of people never even wondered what it meant. So now that we know, we want to be ostentatious with it. Booker T. Washington.
Just call it prime. I call it. They want to be prime and proper. Now those are what I call a grammarian wannabes.
Well, I think we need to say what people are accustomed to, and it's Booker T. I'm a graduate of Booker T, or I attend BTWHS. I mean, it's abbreviated that way. It's written as Booker T. Washington, and it's okay.
Okay, what about, I know this would probably drive you crazy, but I hear people say it all the time, man. And it drives me crazy too. They don't always put the K in Booker T. Washington. They always say Booker T instead of saying Booker T. You ever heard that expression, Booker T?
Yes, because like sometimes we don't take time to articulate. And that's okay as long as we write it correctly.
Okay.
Don't you think? It'll work as long as you don't try to write it without the K.
Put in there booger.
We slur some consonants. We do. We slur some endings on words, and that's why people often forget to put the S on guest when they are talking about more than one guest. They write one guest, Guest, 500 guests, Guest.
Can we chalk that up then? Is there such thing? You know, we for a long time there was a word thrown around called ebonics, and they was trying to say that black folks have cultural language. So
We do. Just
can
like
we just
you the man. Just like you the man. That's cultural.
I
That's
know.
port
So but
sitters
that's
talk.
why isn't it acceptable?
Who said it's not? It is acceptable in certain settings. I use it all the time.
Okay.
But the sad part of it is many people are hopelessly locked into only that way of speaking. They don't know any other way. They can't code switch. They
Yeah.
can't switch
Yeah.
gears. You know, I might call up somebody, "Hey girl, what you doing?" I don't have a verb in that, and I don't want one in it. You got that? You got that right. Where you at? That's code switching.
You picking a girl? You ever been called a gal? Hey gal.
Yes, but I correct those people. Yes, no, you don't have the honor, the privilege of calling me gal. That's slave driven. I don't even like to be called mammy. People who mispronounce my name, there are no mammies here.
You better get on AI because I have to train AI. I have to spell your. I have to phonetically spell out something different for them. Maine, Maine, Mamie, for them to understand Mamie.
There you go. See, even AI isn't trained in phonetics. Mammy is mammy.
Yeah.
Mamie, long A is Mamie. But quickly, before I exit,
Okay.
ABCs. Oops, I just lost it.
Mm-hmm.
AM/FM, MCs, LPN, CNA, all of these abbreviations. And the thing about abbreviations is if they're common enough, you don't have to explain them. But if they're not common enough, you need to make sure when you use an abbreviation, you place it in parentheses after SNL. You put Saturday Night Live, SNL in parentheses. And then from henceforth, in that, of course, we don't have to do that with SNL. Everybody knows what it means. But with uncommon, non-common abbreviations, you present them first next to what they mean. And then later in your document, whatever you're writing, a letter or a proposal, then you can refer to Pensacola State College as PSC. But everybody doesn't know what PSC, only the locals understand PSC and UWF.
Yeah. What about really quickly, Mamie, because I know you want to move on to your grammar side. But what about social media language, you know, in proper perspective, like LOL and that kind of stuff. You know those.
It's proper for what it's meant to be proper for, right? Social media, and even
That's what I'm asking you. Should we not use that when used to be when you're trying to make a point in an official letter or a letter that may not be so official, but you want somebody to know that you're joking and smiling, and they would put smile or something like that. Now, is it okay to say LOL? Do everybody know what LOL means?
No, everybody does not, and for that reason, you limit it to social media. Okay. I don't think it's transferable to academic. It's certainly not transferable to academic writing or business writing. It really is not. Not even smile is transferable to academic and business writing. Those are just written words and emojis that you don't use academically.
Okay, real quickly then, let me ask you this question. Now, sometimes what you're saying in business writing, you always want to stay strictly professional. You don't want to break the ice in any shape, form, or fashion. I don't know.
You can say something humorously, but you need to find a way to say it with business words, with jargon. And it's just not appropriate. And that it's just like our clothes we wear. You talked about that when we started today. We had church clothes and we had school clothes.
Had school clothes.
We have dressy language, we have tuxedo language, and we have t-shirt language. Okay. Keep them in their places and do words the same way. Words and clothes the same way. See, Tuskegee is doing to clothing what we've already done to words. We have a place for certain things. Right.
Yeah, we're going to see how that's going to work out. So,
you know, I hope
already there's a controversy about it, but I agree with Tuskegee on it. I think they shouldn't be coming in looking any old kind of way. and that goes for churches too. That's one of my things about churches. I think there's certain appropriate things to wear to church, but then I think there's inappropriate things to wear to church.
Right. And speaking of Tuskegee and Talladega, both of those schools made Forbes magazine top 10 HBCUs.
Did they? Hey, maybe
top
another
private ones, and then there's a top 10 public schools.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, I noticed that the HBCU now has a rise in enrollment. Tuskegee, one of the reasons that they implemented the new standard, because they are having the biggest enrollment they had in years. So is Howard University and a lot of the HBCUs. I wonder what attributing to that, the rise of the
I don't know.
In there. Yeah, it's a trend. It's trending.
It is, and it's a good trend.
Yeah, it is a good
If
trend.
I had to do it all over again, that's where I would go.
You probably didn't have a choice before, did you? Or did you?
Not much of a choice. During my era, I think people were being admitted to PWIs predominant. There's another initial. If you use that for the first time, you put in parentheses what it means. Predominantly white university or institution. The I stands for institution.
Mm-hmm. First time I heard that expression, but
okay.
I just call them white folks schools.
That's funny. Okay. Have a good day, a good Monday, a good week.
Okay. All right, maybe we'll see you on next week then, huh?
Correct.
All righty then, y'all. Let me see if I can find your ex. I got to get you an exit strategy as opposed to I got you an entry one, but I got to get you an exit one. When I get time to talk to AI and when I learn to teach them how to say Mamie, we'll get you another one, okay? All right, Mamie, have a great day, okay?
Thank you.
Great week. All right, y'all.
It's Monday, 6:45 a.m. It's Grammar Time with Mamie Hickson on WBQP. Let's learn, improve, and succeed.
You can't say that. It's grammar time. It's grammar time. Good grammar can't touch this. It's grammar time.
All right, y'all. That's Grammar Time with Miss Mamie Hickson. She don't let me call her Miss Mamie Hickson, but it is Miss Mamie Hickson, y'all. I got to take a commercial break, y'all. But when we come back from the commercial break, I'm going to try to get into some news we can use this day. Just tell you what happened over the weekend. You know, we always have a lot of news on Monday because everything's happening over the weekend. I probably don't get a chance to get into that news, but we're gonna get as much of it we can. And after the news, hopefully we're gonna be talking a little bit about jobs. Hopefully we're gonna be talking to Commissioner May and to Mike Woods at the police department. And y'all don't let me forget. I want to play that clip that this 100-year-old woman was talking about. You got to see this one. Now I'm telling you, I'm building you up and can't find the clip. I bet you when I come back, but don't let me forget to play it. I know y'all gonna remind me. All right, Lois and Jean. Hey, Jeannie, Vito. But anyway, and Janice and all that kind of stuff. We'll be right back, y'all. Just stay tuned.
Vernon, it's Monday.
Lottery tickets?
Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day after all. Have a great one.
It's time for mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For mornings with Vernon. Get up now. Let's go. Get up now. Turn it up now. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it out.
It's Monday. Let's get the week moving. With Morning with Vernon.
Navigating heart care can be challenging. Baptist makes it better with the latest treatments and innovations and the area's largest, most experienced heart team ready to create a care plan just for you. All when you need us most. Let Baptist make it better. Baptist Healthcare.
For 75 years, Baptist has brought innovative care to our community. Through our Andrews Institute, we continue the legacy by providing advanced total joint care, restoring mobility, strength, and quality of life. Baptist Healthcare, here for you then, now, and always.
I'm Robert Bender, your Escambia County Supervisor of Elections. The August election is underway, and this ballot includes elected positions and issues that affect every citizen in Escambia County. Election Day is August 18th, and you have 3 convenient ways to vote. You can request a vote by mail ballot and return it by mail or at any early voting site, vote early August 8th through 15th, or you can vote at your assigned polling place on Election Day. As we celebrate the 250th anniversary of our nation, your vote matters more than ever.
Hello, I'm David Williams, District 3 Representative, seeking re-election to the Escambia County School Board. 4 years ago, I said, together we can make a difference. Today, I'm proud to say, together we have made a difference, thanks to your trust. And because of you, we do not have any failing schools. Our schools are safer, we've closed the achievement gap, and our students are college and career ready. I'm asking for your support again to re-elect me so that we continue the work that we started 4 years ago. Please visit my website at davidwilliams3.com to learn more about my initiatives I have accomplished and the ones I will pursue over the next 4 years. Early voting is August 8th through the 15th, and the primary is August 18th. Your vote is essential to keeping our community moving forward. Thank you.
Pensacola is growing, and as we grow, we reflect on our community's history of resilience. Understanding where we came from helps us build upon that resilience and strengthen this community. I'm Mayor D.C. Reeves. Let's keep growing together.
Hello, I'm Colonel Eric W. Shorter, and I'm running for mayor. As a true son of Pensacola and a product of multiple generations of public servants in this city, I know what it means to serve. The spirit of servitude led me to serve our country, the world, and now I'm here to serve Pensacola. My goals are simple. I want to create vertical economic initiatives, which translates to good-paying jobs. Affordability. I want to address the housing affordability crisis. Neighborhood revitalization. Something as simple as the addition of a sidewalk, a street light, or a park renovation goes a long ways with improving Pensacola residents' quality of life. Education reformation. I want to ensure that our children and young adults are prepared to meet today's demanding job market. Citywide opportunity is possible, and I'm not guessing. I'm positive. Vote for me, the positive choice.
I'm Angie Nixon. I didn't grow up with a lot of money. I grew up with a family that worked hard and still struggled. So fighting for working families is not politics for me. It's personal. When people in our state are working hard every day and still can't get ahead, something has to change. And it's why I'm running to be Florida's next United States Senator.
We can lower healthcare costs. We can afford our homes.
I'm running for U.S. Senate to fight every day for you and your family.
Escambia County District 2 needs a change and a better future. Erica King Please Sims Riley is a builder. She is ready to help build District 2. Together, she will build a stronger Escambia County for every family. She will work hard for you, listen to your concerns, and make a difference. On August 18th, vote for Erica King Please Sims Riley for Escambia County District 2. We are in this struggle together. Vote Erica King Please Sims Riley on August 18th.
Northwest Florida voters, the choice for the United States Senate is clear. Angie Nixon. Angie is running to represent you and to fight for Florida families in Washington with the same strength and determination she demonstrated in
you and your
Tallahassee.
family, not
She
the
believes
insiders
Florida's
or the
future should be shaped by the people, not corrupt billionaires or crooked politicians. Hard-working Floridians deserve good jobs, real opportunities, and a fair chance to achieve their own American dream.
Because
for a senator who will stand up for you, Vote Angie Nixon for the United
I am
States
Angie
Senate.
Nixon, and I approve this message.
My name is Dr. Neelam Dinaha Perry, and I'm running for U.S. Senator to bring compassion, integrity, and real solutions back to leadership. As a physician, I've seen families struggle with healthcare, rising costs, and broken systems. That's why I'm fighting for affordable healthcare for all, better jobs, safer communities, and honest government. Together, we can restore trust, create change, and build a healthier future for everyone. I'm Dr. Neelam Dinaha Perry, and I approve this message.
Why wait? With Penn Air's fast approvals and low rates, getting a car loan is easier than ever. Penn Air Credit Union. Join us.
Hello, I'm Dr. Isaac Williams, and I'm running for School Board District 3. Our community is asking for change, and I agree. District 3 deserves change. District 3 deserves a representative who will listen, communicate, and stay connected to the community. Our students need every opportunity to succeed. Our teachers need support, and our community and parents need a voice. I've spent my time as a servant leader in the Marine Corps, as a pastor, as a community activist, and I'm prepared now to serve District 3 on day one. And I will be honored to earn your support and your vote on August 18th. God bless you. God keep you.
Keep growing.
Remember where you came from. It's the foundation of who you are.
Show up for others.
That's been our approach at Penn Air for 90 years. Penn Air Credit Union, 90 years strong.
As a service to our community, we pause to remember those who have recently passed. Our deepest condolences. Our thoughts and prayers are with each family during this time of loss. Thank you for allowing WBQP to serve our community.
This is Prayer Perspectives by J.O. Gatson on your WBQP.
Hi, this is J.O. Gatson of Emmaus Baptist Church, Pensacola, Florida. As we come to you during the month of August on this beautiful Monday morning, join me in prayer if you will. Father God in heaven, we come now in prayer, praying sacred words of prayer, beseeching your throne of grace, seeking you out not only for this moment, but for the times to come. Lord, bless us throughout this entire day as we present ourselves before your throne of grace and mercy. Lord, this is our prayer as we pray now in the belovedness of Jesus the Christ, our Lord, our Savior. Amen.
Hi, Vernon. Here's your WBQP weekly weather forecast. We're looking at another warm and humid week across the Gulf Coast with daily chances for scattered showers and thunderstorms. Monday starts off with partly cloudy skies and a 50% chance of showers. High temperatures will reach 90 degrees with an overnight low of 76. Tuesday stays warm with a 50% chance of scattered showers. Look for a high of 89 degrees with a low around 78. On Wednesday, there's a 30% chance of isolated showers. Expect a high of 89 degrees with a warm overnight low of 79. Thursday brings mostly cloudy skies and a 40% chance of showers. Afternoon highs reach 88 degrees with a low of 77. And we wrap up the week on Friday with another 50% chance of scattered showers. Highs will top out near 87 degrees with overnight lows around 76. Overall, expect a typical Gulf Coast summer pattern. Hot afternoons, warm nights, and scattered showers that could develop each day. This is Cheryl Mulrain, and that's your weekly weather forecast on WBQP TV.
You are watching WBQP TV and radio. Tune in every Monday through Friday at 6:30 a.m. Keep it locked.
It's Monday. Let's get the week moving with Morning with Vernon.
It's time for Mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For Mornings with Vernon. Get up now. Let's go. Get up now. Turn it up now. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it now.
All right, y'all. Good morning. It's Morning with Vernon, y'all. I'm going to try to get into some of the local news really quickly, y'all. Some of the headlines. It's going to be your job to fact check me and look at and get the details on it this morning. All right, y'all. If you're in Pensacola, y'all know right there on the corner of 14th and Gregory, they have a lot of accident there at that corner down there. So now Florida Department of Transportation has finally decided they're going to do a study to make sure they put a red light. They ain't got to do no damn study. All these accidents is study enough. People have been killed down there. And but now they decided that they should put a light there. That's the right thing to do. Okay. All right. Let's move on before we get to the job thing with Miss Clara Long. She usually check in with us about 7:30. But if you're there along wherever it is in Pensacola, they had a crash that a car crashed right into the the car crashed right into a car lot there. I think that's right along Pace Boulevard, y'all. Pace Boulevard there. So in that general area there. But look at your local news sources. Okay, you can find out. Look at it. I always encourage y'all to fact check me and also look at other news, WAR TV, WKRG. In fact, Mobile sometimes have better news about us than our local news. And then also WALA, and then NBC 15, and also the Pensacola News Channel, our local mullet, mullet wrapper. Find out and compare these stories, okay? Some of the stories that I miss sometimes. All right, let's look at another local story here. These are some kind of what I call feel-good story. I get tired of reporting all of the maiming and the killing and all that kind of stuff. So I want to give you something that you can look at as well. But y'all remember there used to be over on Navy Boulevard, I believe, where they used to sew, what they call the sewing box there. They used to sew all of the patches on for the Blue Angels and stuff like that. So they done lost the Blue Angel contract after 43 years. Y'all need to read about that as you go along, okay? Let's go on to another local story. Here is 2 teen girls, y'all, is in critical condition. Read about it and get the details on it after a multiple vehicle crash on Highway 90, okay? I'm moving on to another story. Now, if you, over the weekend, school getting back in, the economy is getting bad. They have a lot of food giveaways over the weekend. And then you need to stay tuned because they're coming up, okay? Because people are hurting now. And but school is about to get back in. They're having a lot of giveaways, if you will, back to school giveaways, and also food giveaways too. So you need to stay tuned on that as well. Okay. Over in Gulf Breeze, y'all, they had a fire over there. You probably know where this place is over in Gulf Breeze, called 98 Treasures. It caught on fire, actually, on its third anniversary. Looked like it might be a total loss, according to the reports. The owner said they had just locked up and went home, and by the time they got home, they got a call from the fire department, said the place was on fire, and they believe it was attributed to some electrical stuff up in the attic, and it had been smoldering and burning. So y'all make sure that, let this be a lesson to you. Make sure that you keep an eye on stuff like that, particularly if you got older structures that what your wiring hadn't done doing wiring, old wiring, sometimes they just wear out. And plus, do not overload circuitry and sockets, okay? That makes those, when you overload them, what happened is it pulls a lot of energy and it overheats, and then sometimes it catches fire. I think I just talked about that story, this story right here. So let me move on to another one here. This is about sports there. They're trying to bring soccer, the USL is trying to bring a soccer team. We talked about that a little bit last week, and where they're going to have they're going to try to retrofit as well the Blue Wahoos to convert it to a soccer field as well as having a baseball field as well. So they're looking at that. What about some news around the area here, if you will? Let me get back here to where I was here. But anyway, around the area, over in Santa Rosa County, the Atlanta man. This you're gonna probably need to pay attention to this story here, okay? An Atlanta man was posed as a Santa Rosa County clerk of the court. What he did was he called up in a suspecting victim, if you will, and defrauded him out $105,000. He called him and he said he represented himself as a clerk of the court worker, and told the person that had missed jury duty and they're going to be arrested and all that other kind of stuff. And he needed a hundred. And how did he get up to $105,000? I don't know. And they didn't identify the person, obviously, because nobody want to be faced to walk of shame, because we all get flim-flam at some time, but at this rate. But anyhow, he told him to get the money and meet him at Home Depot. Of all places. Come on now. If it don't sound right, it ain't right. Okay? If it don't sound right, it ain't right. Will be people that can all kinds of scam, and they would never do that anyway. If they're gonna arrest you, they're gonna show up with a arrest warrant. Okay? Don't anything, all this stuff on the phone. And if you still doubt it, hang up and pick up the phone and call the local office. Call the Santa Rosa County Clerk's office and see can you speak to somebody else or whoever it might be. Okay? That's just a cautionary tale that I'm telling you. People, now we all vulnerable to being flip-flam, but just knowing that stuff is out there like that. All right, over in Crestview, they investigated a fatal shooting over in Crestview of a 65-year-old man that they found on the highway. When Crestview when shooting is coming into town in Crestview, y'all, things are getting bad. I have to tell you now, wow, little old Crestview, getting murder rates over there. See, another fire. This is over in Bay Minette, I believe it is. So remember that I told you, get your fire alarm. Make sure that if it's twerking, check the battery. If you don't have one, buy one. If you can't afford one, call the fire department. They'll get you one. Okay, they'll get you one. All right, lottery. Lately, y'all. Lately, we've been having some good luck in Florida, and like I told you, you go to Publix and you go to Wawa. They're what typical where white people shop at, y'all. Y'all better get in that long line. My grandmama told me one time, if you see white people standing in the line, you need to get in that line, okay? You need to get in that line because something is good happening in that line, okay? So Publix and Wawa have been on a roll lately. So I know y'all going there just to buy the tickets, the lottery tickets, but it's just what it is. Over in Mobile, Pritchard, Alabama, y'all, it's a black town. They're having their troubles. You know, they arrested a police officer. Now they arrested the chief of police and his deputy in a humiliating fashion over there in Mobile last week. Y'all gonna have to keep an eye on that story because I know there's more to it than just corruption over there. I think it's more to it than that. Maybe a little racism you think might be going on over there, but I need you to keep your eyes on that story. Now they lost their insurance, so they're gonna have to call all of the city fleets back in because now they can't pick up garbage or use any of the vehicle because they don't have any insurance on them. Okay, so keep your eyes out on that story, y'all. Over in Pritchard, Alabama, which is an all-black town run by all black people over in the Mobile area, y'all. Okay, let me move on. I wish I had time to spend a little bit more on that on that story there. What about what's going on the national news front there? Y'all, since we have had this crazy human services officer in by the name of Bobby Kennedy, everything, measles going up, everything. Now they're talking about leprosy cases reaching a record. Come on now. Oh Lord, but what do you expect? What do you mean when you got a health services officer who would charge about health eating roadkill? I don't know, but maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Florida got the lowest vaccinated it ranked 5th nationwide for measles cases. Okay, that's not see what I'm telling you. All of these MAGA folks, this stuff is coming back to bite us. Okay, coming back to bite us. And speaking of biting us, this one can bite me if he wants to. But anyhow, Trump says he agreed to cancel plans attack. He's just a big woofer, a big bluffer. And the only reason he talks about this stuff, y'all, he's manipulating the stock market. He know he's losing that war over there. Let me move on before my Trump derangement syndrome start acting out. Okay? I don't want that to happen, okay? Don't want that to happen. Charges, y'all, were dropped in a case they say that that reflecting pool they had up there, they're trying to, because the man was an anti-Trumper, they trying to railroad him. Now Trump is mad with his own hero that he appointed because she couldn't find the evidence to charge this person with, because Trump always blaming everybody for he's a jinx, y'all. Trump is a jinx. Every damn thing that boy touches. Something wrong with that boy. I'm telling you, something wrong with that boy. Everything he touches goes to crap, okay? And then he tried to blame everybody else about it. All right, I want to say this real quickly, y'all, about the health and fitness, okay? Y'all can do what you want to, but they're trying to encourage folks to get in with the health and on the health and fitness stuff here. But, you know, y'all heard the Blues Hound. If you heard him talk the other day about health and fitness, you know, all these health and fitness gurus, the man that invented the gym and the man that invented all this other kind of stuff, oh, they died young. And folks like Colonel Sanders and, you know, Turtles, you know, like they said, is a rabbit always jumping around, all the exercise he gets, he don't live to be about 2 years old. See the turtle, the way he dragged around and slow, he lives to get to be 100 years old. I don't know, maybe this exercise stuff might be overrated. What do y'all think? I don't know. Each to his own, but y'all don't listen to me now. Just on them, because you don't be blaming me when you don't get your exercise. But anyhow, let me move on to another story. This is another national and regional story that they're trying to confiscate phones from troops overseas, and not only private troops, but you got a lot of civilians that work for the Department of Defense overseas. So they, in the fear that Iran is using these phones to track troops' movement and so forth. So it might be a valid concern. Also, when you can't fight hard, you're gonna fight smart. So what Iran is doing, and they're saying that Iran is doing cyber attacks. There have been several incidents of hacking into our water system across the country, and they're attributing that to Iran. Okay, so gotta be careful. Quick stuff in news, black news, y'all. Okay. Really quick there. Y'all need to keep up on black news. Family sued after a woman released from ICE custody and she froze to death. Y'all need to check these news stories out. I'm not gonna get into the details of them, but I just want to see some of the headlines of what's going on in Black America. A 93-year-old woman was mistakenly created against her final wishes. That's an interesting story. Okay. A woman charged with murdering her husband in the Creekmore case. Y'all, that's an interesting story. You gotta read about. I'm rushing through it because I want to get this other video on and also Claire on if I can get Claire on. Also, body cam footage, clear black teen. Now he's suing the Indiana and the Indianapolis and the officers there for that over there. Other black news you can use. A mother kidnapped and killed in a forensic execution while shopping for diapers. These are interesting stories. Just Google these stories for your black news so you know what's going on into Black America. This black man, he got caught on I-95 doing 125 miles an hour. That's a funny story. You got to read that and everything. So kind of funny story. Howard University is bringing back almost half of the staff. I was talking to just Mamie about that now, that the increased enrollment in HBCUs are increasing for whatever reason. The other story that you need to really get updated on is Tuskegee Institute. They are really up in their standards again. Well, they're enforcing their original standard where the new president of Tuskegee University banning bonnets and do-rags and bedroom shoes and house coats and all the other kind of stuff. If you can believe that, yeah, you can believe it. That's what kids come to school. You can't go to the in class. Also, they enforcing certain things about cell phones. And another thing they're doing that would need to be done is now they are enforcing attendance. You go to school, sometimes you didn't have to show up. You didn't have to miss class. You kind of hell you gonna learn all that money we pay for these kids to go to school and they don't go to class. Now they're taking roll, taking names. Okay. Also, a woman shot dead while she was dropping her kids off with her, and she was coming home and she ran in through the garage and they found out that her husband is behind it. Domestic violence, y'all, is an issue here. Okay. Derek Parks, a New York, you probably never heard of him, but he one of those New York City police officers. They called him the hip hop cop. He passed away at age 61, y'all. And also, let me see the final one I want to get to before I get to some other stuff here. Teen accusing of shooting a classmate until the gun was empty. And there was a dispute over he stole his Beats headphones, y'all. Stole his Beats headphones. So those are some of the issues of news that you can use in black, what I call black news that you can use. Claire Long, I don't see Claire, but I want to really quickly on the job scene for Claire Long, y'all. I'm going to run this really quickly, and then I'll get into that other story that I want to talk to you about. These are the jobs, y'all, at Escambia County that open right now. Okay, these are the jobs that are opening in Escambia County. So y'all tell everybody to go on to the Escambia County website. It's very easy. myescambia.com. 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 Plenty of jobs, y'all. Plenty of jobs. Plenty of jobs that are opening there. So you can call them. I know what happened to Clara this morning. I know she must have, forgot my phone this morning. I usually try to read my text before I get on the air, but I forgot and left it in the bedroom this morning. And so I don't know if she's going to come on or not, but I want you to look at these. I'm going to roll all these jobs, let you know that these are available positions at Escambia County, Florida, y'all. Not only that, on Tuesday, we only deal with two agencies, ECUA, but think about all the other jobs. What you need to do is go to Escambia, Escarosa. They have all kinds of jobs for all kinds of other organizations as well, organizations and companies and so forth. But these are the jobs here for Escambia County government. Once I roll through those jobs there, so you can see some of them I got new, which means they just posted this week. Okay, but the other one's been on there for a while, and you can see if you looked at it from last week, you can see some of them have been filled already, and those jobs are not available anymore. But anywhere from A to Z, y'all, from A to Z, we got these jobs for Escambia County government probation officer, and also there are a lot of these jobs a trainee, what I call a trainee job, but they're entry level job that you don't need a lot of experience for. Go to myescambia.gov, okay, myescambia.gov.com, I think it's .com, and look at these jobs here. All right. I tell you, I got a y'all, I want to play this video here for you that of a 100-year-old black lady. And she talks about, and you may have seen it, it might have been online, I don't know, but when I came across it, I was so touched by this that it's 100, she turned 100 years old, and she talks about her day on her 100th birthday. So I thought it's definitely worth sharing with you. So Lois, thank you for reminding me. Janice, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, Janice, they're getting you water. So you might want to test your water before your well run dry, okay? Because Iran ain't playing. All right, y'all, here's the 100-year-old lady. She's talking about her kids stopped visiting her and what she did about it, okay?
I am 100 years old. Stop waiting for your children to call. Do this instead. You know what I keep thinking about? I keep thinking about my 100th birthday. 100 years old. You hear me? A whole century of living. I have buried a husband, buried friends, buried a sister I loved more than most people love anybody. I have worked jobs that broke my body and raised children that broke my heart and kept going anyway, because that is just what you did. And on the morning of my 100th birthday, I woke up in a quiet house. No smell of breakfast somebody else made. No footsteps. No knock on the door. Just me and the birds outside, and the clock on the wall doing what it always does. My youngest son sent a text message around 10 in the morning. Happy birthday, Mama, with a little cake picture next to it. My middle son called that evening and talked for maybe 4 minutes. I could hear his television the whole time. My oldest sent a card that came 2 days late with a gift card inside and just his name printed at the bottom. Not even Love Mike, just Mike, like he signed a work form. That was my 100th birthday, and I know some of you are sitting there right now, feeling something similar. Maybe it wasn't a birthday. Maybe it was Christmas. Maybe it was just a regular Tuesday when you realized you hadn't heard from your kids in 3 weeks, and you were the one who called last time and the time before that. You pick up that phone and you dial, and it rings, and you leave a message. Hey baby, just checking on you. Call me back when you get a chance. And then you wait. You wait through dinner and through the evening news, and you fall asleep waiting. And first thing in the morning, you check that phone before your feet even hit the floor. Nothing. Lord, I know that feeling. Now I have to tell you something, and I need you to stay with me because it might sting a little. Stop calling them. I mean it. Put the phone down. Stop leaving voicemails into the silence. Stop sending cards to people who can't find 2 minutes to write your name back. Stop setting that extra plate at the table every Sunday, hoping this is the week somebody shows up. Because here is what I had to learn the hard way after decades of doing all of that. If you have to keep reminding your child that you exist, they already forgot. And every time you call again, every time you show up in their notifications, sounding lonely and sad and desperate for a crumb of their attention, you are not pulling them closer. You are teaching them to see you as a burden, and people run from that, even your own blood. They feel it like pressure, and they pull away, and you chase harder, and they run faster, and the whole thing just gets worse. I raised 3 sons. I am not chasing anybody. Now I already know what you do at night. You lay there in the dark going through every mistake you ever made. Maybe I was too hard on him when he was young. Maybe I worked too much. Maybe I should have said I love you out loud more instead of just showing it through everything I did. I did that for years, replaying the same tapes over and over, and they never changed no matter how many times I played them. Let me tell you something. You were not perfect. I was not perfect. There is not a mother alive who was perfect. But you were there. You kept the lights on and the refrigerator full, and you loved them the best way you knew how, with what you had at the time. If they want to hold something against you from 30 years ago, that is their weight to carry. You cannot spend what little peace you have left paying for a past that is done. Forgive yourself. You did your job. The contract is done. So what do you do instead? That is what everybody wants to know. If I don't call them, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here? No. You get up and you go build yourself a life. I know that sounds simple and maybe even a little cold, but just hear me out. Around the time I was 97, I woke up one morning and something had just shifted in me. I sat on the edge of my bed and I said, May, if you spend one more year sitting in this house, waiting for people who have shown you who they are, You are going to die waiting. And I have not survived 97 years to die in a chair. So I called my neighbor Cora. She is 84 and acts like she is 40. And she has more energy than most people half her age. I told her I needed something to do on Thursdays. She said, "Get your coat." She took me to a community lunch at the church 2 blocks over. Just older folks eating good food and talking loud and laughing about things that happened 40 years ago. People with enough time to actually sit through a whole story without looking at their phones every 2 minutes. I went back the next Thursday, and the one after that. I started writing things down. Not a diary really, more like letters. Letters to my husband who passed. Letters to the girl I used to be at 40 and 50 and 60. Things I never said out loud because I was always too busy holding everybody else together. I started letting people do things for me without feeling ashamed about it. That was honestly the hardest part. I spent 100 years being the one who does, the one who carries, the one who shows up. Sitting down and letting somebody else bring me a plate or drive me somewhere felt like losing. But it is not losing. It is just your turn. It is finally your turn to be on the receiving end of what you spent a lifetime giving everybody else. And you know what happened when I stopped waiting and started living? I got happy again. I stopped needing my sons to fill whatever hole was sitting in my chest. I just filled it myself. Now I have to be honest with you because I am too old to be anything else. Sometimes you do all of that and your children still don't come around. Sometimes they are just gone. Sometimes people are selfish, even when they are your own blood, and there is nothing you can do about that, except decide it is not going to take you down with them. You cannot force anybody to love you the way you deserve, but you can refuse to let their absence eat up what is left of your life, because your life is not a waiting room. You are not here just to sit and hope somebody remembers you. 2 weeks after that birthday, my sons let pass with text messages and a card with no handwriting in it. Cora brought the whole Thursday lunch group to my house. 12 people crowded into my living room with a chocolate cake and the most off-key singing you have ever heard in your life. Not one of them was related to me, but every single one of them looked me in the eye when they sang. Every single one of them stayed until the food was gone. And when they left, they hugged me like they actually meant it. That is what I want you to understand. Family is not always who came out of your body. Sometimes family is just who shows up. And the only way they find you is if you stop hiding inside a quiet house, waiting for the wrong people. My sons still call occasionally. I answer. I am kind. I am warm. I am not sitting here bitter and cold. But I am not waiting anymore. That is the only thing that changed. Before, every quiet day felt like proof that I did something wrong. Like my whole life of giving meant nothing. Now, when the phone doesn't ring, I just make my tea and sit on my porch and go to Thursday lunch and let Cora make me laugh until my side hurts. I filled my own days. And that hole in my chest where I kept waiting for my sons to show up, It is not empty anymore. I filled it myself. So here is what I want to leave with you. You gave them everything you had. Your body, your sleep, your money, your best years. That is done now. It is over. Now you give to yourself. Find your Cora. Find your Thursday lunch. Find the thing that fills your days with something other than absence and silence, and a phone you keep checking for no reason. Because you are still here, still breathing, still worth showing up for. Your children not calling does not make you less than. It just means you have been pouring yourself into cups that have holes in the bottom. Find the ones that hold what you give. Get up. Go live. You have waited long enough.
Powerful, powerful. I'll be right back with Commissioner May after these important messages.
It's time for Mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For Mornings with Vernon. Get up now. Let's go. Get up now. Turn it up now. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it out.
It's Monday. Let's get the week moving with Morning with Vernon.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Call State Farm agent Arthur Searcy for your personal price plan today.
Since 1951, we've been here for our local community, creating pathways to care. We meet you where you are, with trusted doctors in convenient locations throughout the area. Baptist Healthcare, here for you then, now, and always.
Hello, I'm David Williams, District 3 Representative, seeking re-election to the Escambia County School Board. 4 years ago, I said, together we can make a difference. Today, I'm proud to say, together we have made a difference, thanks to your trust. And because of you, we do not have any failing schools. Our schools are safer. We've closed the achievement gap, and our students are college and career ready. I'm asking for your support again to re-elect me so that we continue the work that we started 4 years ago. Please visit my website at davidwilliams3.com to learn more about my initiatives I have accomplished and the ones I will pursue over the next 4 years. Early voting is August 8th through the 15th, and the primary is August 18th. Your vote is essential to keeping our community moving forward. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Dr. Isaac Williams, and I'm running for School Board District 3. Our community is asking for change, and I agree. District 3 deserves change. District 3 deserves a representative who will listen, communicate, and stay connected to the community. Our students need every opportunity to succeed. Our teachers need support, and our community and parents need a voice. I've spent my time as a servant leader in the Marine Corps, as a pastor, as a community activist, and I'm prepared now to serve District 3 on day one. And I will be honored to earn your support and your vote on August 18th. God bless you. God keep you.
Northwest Florida voters, the choice for the United States Senate is clear. Angie Nixon. Angie is running to represent you and to fight for Florida families in Washington with the same strength and determination she demonstrated
for
in
you and your
Tallahassee.
family, not
She
the
believes
insiders
Florida's
or the
future should be shaped by the people, not corrupt billionaires or crooked politicians. Hardworking Floridians deserve good jobs, real opportunities, and a fair chance to achieve their own American dream.
Because
for a senator who will stand up for you, vote Angie Nixon for the United
I am
States
Angie
Senate.
Nixon, and I approve this message.
Escambia County District 2 needs a change and a better future. Erica King Please Sims Riley is a builder. She is ready to help build District 2. Together, she will build a stronger Escambia County for every family. She will work hard for you, listen to your concerns, and make a difference. On August 18th, vote for Erica King, please Sims Riley for Escambia County District 2. We are in this struggle together. Vote Erica King, please Sims Riley on August 18th.
My name is Dr. Neelam Dinaha Perry, and I'm running for U.S. Senator to bring compassion, integrity, and real solutions back to leadership. As a physician, I've seen families struggle with healthcare, rising costs, and broken systems. That's why I'm fighting for affordable healthcare for all, better jobs, safer communities, and honest government. Together, we can restore trust, create change, and build a healthier future for everyone. I'm Dr. Neelam Dinaha Perry, and I approve this message.
I'm Angie Nixon. I didn't grow up with a lot of money. I grew up with a family that worked hard and still struggled. So fighting for working families is not politics for me. It's personal. When people in our state are working hard every day and still can't get ahead, something has to change. And it's why I'm running to be Florida's next United States Senator.
We can lower healthcare costs. We can afford our homes.
I'm running for U.S. Senate to fight every day for you and your family.
Hello, I'm Colonel Eric W. Shorter, and I'm running for mayor. As a true son of Pensacola and a product of multiple generations of public servants in this city, I know what it means to serve. The spirit of servitude led me to serve our country, the world, and now I'm here to serve Pensacola. My goals are simple. I want to create vertical economic initiatives, which translates to good-paying jobs. Affordability. I want to address the housing affordability crisis. Neighborhood revitalization. Something as simple as the addition of a sidewalk, a street light, or a park renovation goes a long ways with improving Pensacola residents' quality of life. Education reformation. I want to ensure that our children and young adults are prepared to meet today's demanding job market. Citywide opportunity is possible, and I'm not guessing. I'm positive. Vote for me, the positive choice.
Pensacola is growing, and as we grow, we reflect on our community's history of resilience. Understanding where we came from helps us build upon that resilience and strengthen this community. I'm Mayor D.C. Reeves. Let's keep growing together.
Hello, I'm David Williams, District 3 Representative, seeking re-election to the Escambia County School Board. 4 years ago, I said, together we can make a difference. Today, I'm proud to say, together we have made a difference, thanks to your trust. And because of you, we do not have any failing schools. Our schools are safer. We've closed the achievement gap, and our students are college and career ready. I'm asking for your support again to re-elect me so that we continue the work that we started 4 years ago. Please visit my website at davidwilliams3.com to learn more about my initiatives I have accomplished and the ones I will pursue over the next 4 years. Early voting is August 8th through the 15th, and the primary is August 18th. Your vote is essential to keeping our community moving forward. Thank you.
I'm Robert Bender, your Escambia County Supervisor of Elections. The August election is underway, and this ballot includes elected positions and issues that affect every citizen in Escambia County. Election day is August 18th, and you have 3 convenient ways to vote. You can request a vote by mail ballot and return it by mail or at any early voting site, vote early August 8th through 15th, or you can vote at your assigned polling place on Election Day. As we celebrate the 250th anniversary of our nation, your vote matters more than ever.
So what day is the meeting? Fun day.
With daily draw games starting at $1, every day shall henceforth be known as Fun Day.
Every day's Fun Day with Pick Games, featuring drawings twice a day. The Florida Lottery. It's good fun.
Keep growing.
Remember where you came from. It's the foundation of who you are.
Show up for others.
That's been our approach at Pen Air for 90 years. Pen Air Credit Union, 90 years strong.
Welcome to WBQP TV, the voice of the Black community. We are your information station. Stay tuned.
Tell everybody.
WBQP TV and WBQP Radio are your information stations.
It's time for Mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For Mornings with Vernon. Get up now. Let's go. Get up now, turn it up now. 1, 2, 3, let's get it now.
All right, y'all. Good morning. It's Monday morning. I got my favorite politician of all times with me this morning, Commissioner May. I call him Commish. Good morning, Commish. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Vernon.
Yeah, you know what they say. I loves me some Commish. How was your weekend, bro?
Man, it was great, man. I had an opportunity to get to a 92-year-old birthday party, and then I have two great educators, a 95th birthday party. I was over at Cobb, and then I was over at Evanwood, in between, book bag giveaways.
You on just a few minutes ago when I showed that piece about the 100-year-old black woman. But you got to see it. If you didn't see this, you got to go back and look at it. It's powerful. It was very touching. But go ahead. When you're talking about all of these great people at this age, at these great ages, and so forth, it's something else. But go ahead.
It's a blessing to live. I mean, I said I was over at Brownsville talking to the seniors, and I looked over and saw my mother, and I said, it's just a blessing to have a living mother.
Yeah.
And, I had my mother. And then for these ladies to be 92, 95 years old and still moving around, still doing good work, still doing God's will. What a blessing to have those ladies, Vernon. And, it makes you and I look young, Vernon. I mean, I was feeling old, but, now I can kind of feel my way a little bit, man. And so thank you, man. Let me just say, we're working on our end, and I've sent some things up to, multiple state candidates, including those who are running for governor. And I've said, y'all need to be advertising and, black media here in Northwest Florida. And I hope that didn't fall on deaf ears, and we're going to continue to do that.
It's probably falling on deaf ears. They take the black vote for granted sometime, and plus black media, they always see the value in free advertising. When you don't charge them anything, they jump at the tune. But when they want to pay for stuff, commish, that seems to be a problem. We're always good enough. You know how that old girlfriend used to have the old standby. She always good to be standby, but she never good enough to marry.
Don't say that, Vernon. Don't say that.
But I'm just talking from experience. I've been in this business for 35 years, and I see what's happening. All this campaign money they have, they put money into major meteors and so forth. But I want to tell you what happened in 2024. Okay, and that got the Republican Party came to the radio station, and they did business with me and Hill both. Okay, and they got quite a few votes from black folk simply because they thought enough to ask for it. Wow. Okay. They thought enough. They asked it. They went to the black community and said, "Look, will you consider us?" And Trump got some votes, and the Republican Party got some votes because they went in front of the black community and said, "Look, vote for us." I don't know how many they got, but they did. But anyhow, I think sometimes our vote is taken for granted. Some people think that we are, just because we black and just because we Democrats, we automatically vote for it. Same thing up in Northwest Florida here. Sometimes the candidates don't think our votes as important. We make the margin difference up in Northwest Florida, so they better quote us, don't you think?
Vernon, I tell you, Joseph Lowry, former president of the SCLC, Southern Leadership, said the Democratic Party has taken the black vote for granted, and the Republican Party doesn't give a damn about it, so they all ignore it without spending money. You're absolutely right. When people look at the last races, and when Trump was able to garner 12 to 15% of African American males, they didn't even know who he was. It was sensationalized by putting it in advertising and media. I say this, Andrew Gillum won the gubernatorial race in the primary by investing in black media. He forgot how to invest in black media in the general election, which cost him an election by less than 30,000 votes because the votes are there. You have to give people a reason to vote. And so that's why I was glad that I saw many of our local candidates, school board members, and mayors advertising on your radio station. I mean, on your TV station, because people just don't know that everybody thinks, well, we can social media and Facebook it down and all that. There are a lot of people. I can just tell you, all the seniors that I went to who are what I call super voters, they ain't on their phone. They got a flip phone. They ain't on Facebook.
Right.
You have to reach them where they are. And so when young politicians come to me and they say, how do you win at 90%? How do you win at 80%? Because we meet people where they are. And many of these politicians at the state, even local and national, refuse to invest in black and brown and poor neighborhoods because of the models of voter turnout. And the reason the voter turnout is so low is because people have given up hope because you've not given them a reason to want to engage in the political process. And you have to give people a reason and make them feel a part that they are part of this crazy bureaucratic system, and you're doing it every day, man. That's why, for the long before I was elected, I mean, I think on election night, I think I'll have withdrawals because this will probably be the first time that I have not been reporting in with Robert Hill in the last 30 years. And you know it as well. Because people want to know. I mean, I can't go to Circle K without somebody coming to me and saying, who do I vote for, Commissioner? You on the ballot? I mean, they just don't know. They don't understand. And we have some most daunting issues. We have the referendum for school district, whether it be appointed or whether it be elected. We're going to have property taxes, LOST. I mean, those are going to be some important things that are on here, man. We have a United States Senate race. I mean, and I saw Angie Nixon. I was glad to see that she's advertising on your show. That is going to be a critical race. I mean, we have a gubernatorial race. We got a chief financial officer race, a commissioner of agriculture race. I mean, near and dear to me, we got school board, District 3. We got a mayor. I live in the city. I mean, even on this primary, and we know traditionally these primary races have very few votes. And people say it doesn't affect me. It does. We understand every day that the public school system is being dismantled, and choice schools, private schools have all taken a rise, which some are great, some are good, but some are not providing the service that it should to our children. We recognize that, we got no black principals in all of our high schools. I mean, there are some real issues that are happening. We can't do economic development if you don't have a strong school system. It's okay to have choice, but you have to have standards. So there are a lot of issues that are happening, Vernon, that we have to go, and I agree with you. They need to learn how to invest. I mean, I told people, believe it or not, we're going to have trouble. I mean, people have to understand. I tell our staff, if people don't understand what they're getting for local option sales tax, why would they vote for it? We have to make sure that we get it. And if we're not getting that information out to people, then how shameful. And I'll go on record, Vernon, and say that I've said it to our PIO department. I've said it to county administration. I'm only one vote. There is a segment of the population that carried the local option sales tax, and that population is WBOP TV is reaching that audience. And why the heck hadn't we engaged Vernon? And I'm going to keep saying that. I said publicly, Vernon. I'm going to say it, throughout. I mean, that they should be doing that, and I'm going to continue to stay on them. It took a little while to show them the effectiveness of Robert Hill, and we're going to keep pushing this station, not for any personal benefit, but for the good of the people who are listening to you each and every day.
Right, because this is our community, in it's our family. That's how we get information out. Lumen, I know you know this, but being raised in the church, before we had television and radio to our advantage, how did we pass information on? It was through the civil rights movement. It had not been for the word of mouth and our own communication within our own community, we would be lost. And so this is why black media is important. People sometimes don't see the value of it sometimes, but it's definitely important. But I do know one thing. people do listen to this station, and they do. The word carries throughout the community, whether people believe it or not. And so,
Well,
you know,
Vernon, you're doing a good job, and you're very passionate, and I appreciate your passion. I tell you, you remind me of my grandmama used to say. She said it's a mighty poor dog that won't wag its own tail. so, so, hey, listen. If you don't wag it, hey, if you people say all the time, well, Lumen, you're so I am passionate about it. I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate about youth sports. I'm passionate about building. Because when I lose the passion, I don't when I lose my passion, I'm gonna stop burning. When I lose the passion to want to serve people, I'm not gonna be a kind of community. But as long as I'm there, I'm gonna be as passionate as I can be, and I'm gonna be the best that I can be. And that's what I tell young people: be the very best that you can be. And Vernon, I look forward to, moving forward. I know there's some souls to the polls. I mean, throughout this whole weekend, HBCU had their thing, Lincoln Park, CAYs, Brownsville, 2 wins. Just a lot was going on. I know we'll be doing some things with Sunshine this weekend on Belmont Villers. We'll be doing some things down at Legion Field. We're getting excited. Vernon. We're getting excited about this election. And shame on, I will tell you, Vernon, if any politician, that's running comes to me and seek my help, and they're not spending money with the black media, well, they can consider me not helping. And that's a wreck, and I tell people that. And so we're going to do our part to encourage people to be a part and utilize your service.
Well, Lumen, don't let them tell you that. Well, we didn't know about them because I made it a point and effort to make contact with all of the candidates, and I do it on continuous basis. I do it on a weekly basis. If you want to reach the black community, consider using our station. And you see ones that did already. The election is what, a couple of weeks away, right now. Okay. And for all those folks that claim that they want the black vote, why don't they go and ask for it in black media? I don't understand it, but that's neither here nor there. But let me ask you another question before you go. I know you got to go here, but I hear this all the time, Newman, but tell me if I'm off base. I hear people say, well, I want you to go vote, but I'm not going to tell you how to vote. I disagree with that because, oftentimes I try to stay up on all of this political stuff as much as I can. But, it hadn't been an election yet. I hadn't walked into the voting booth and looked at the thing and got confused on who I should vote for or what side I should take. And I tell my family all the time, this is who you're going to vote for. I ain't saying you should vote, but you're going to vote for this. These are the folks that's going to serve your best interest. But I got some folks that, well, we can't tell them, we shouldn't be telling them how to vote. What are your thoughts on that? Because people vote against their own interest.
The Bible says that our people perish because of their lack of knowledge. Yeah. And so everybody doesn't have time to research and investigate referendums, issues, ordinances, or candidates. And so those who are informed should educate those who are not informed. And so I'm like you. I tell people I lay it out very clearly and very unapologetic. This is the person that's done the most for our community. This is the person that I believe that's going to do it. And I certainly believe in recommendation and letting people be educated when they walk into the polls. Sometimes we have people with literacy problems. Listen, they should already have the bubble filled in. So when they go in, they make no mistake. We have city council races where people have won the race by 1 vote, 5 votes. So every vote counts. So why wouldn't we tell people how to vote, Vernon, and to tell people who support us? It's very clear. You got candidates that won't even invest in your community, but would want your vote. Well, as you just said, you're voting against your interest because, when Vernon is successful and when the political season comes and people are advertising, that's when Vernon is able to give back to his community because he's made a few nickels and a few dimes, and so he can give away a few pennies, and so that's common sense, Vernon, in my opinion. It's just really common sense. So
Yeah.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
It harkens back to my dad. My dad was one of the few folks that could vote back in the 50s and the 60s. Lumen, and then he became a poll worker, trying to help folks, enroll folks to start voting. And but what they used to do, they used to get sample ballots and whatever. We should go to churches and say, look, and back then we didn't have a lot of people of color that we could vote for, but we voted for the people that are going to serve our best interests. They went to the churches and told the folks that here's the ballot, here's the folks that we think that you should be voting for. These are the folks that are going to serve your best interest. I think that I don't think anything wrong with that because
Vernon, our people are just so misinformed. I'll hear pastors and the preacher say, I can't tell nobody who to vote from the pulpit. Well, that's just a lie because you can't. That's not affecting your 501c3 or not affecting your not-for-profit status. It happens in churches every day. And when people just decide that they don't want to do that, well, that's your choice. But don't blame it on God in the church. And just blame it on this something you don't want to do. And so I tell people that's your choice if you don't want to tell people who to vote for, but you can. I tell people who to vote for. I tell people, in our program, we have 1,200 kids in our program. And I tell my parents, and I tell my former kids who play for it, this is the person that's trying to help us. This is the person that's trying to hurt our program. And you know what? We're very clear about that. And we're intentional and we're unapologetic. Because we're not going to vote against our own self-interest. And we have to get out and vote. And so, Vernon, thank you for educating people. Because without you, we wouldn't. We would be lost, man. WBOP went down, and we took many years for WRNE to come along, and there's always an identity.
Yeah.
Whether it's Cooper Morgan or Lewis Lee, or Reverend Blevins at BOP, or whether it's Mark Anthony or Sunshine or Robert Hill. The face goes, and right now, man, we're very blessed to have. 3 people there: Sunshine, Sue Strong, and yourself. But beyond that, we just don't have a lot of. We don't have a lot of people that are out there that are spreading the message. And here's the great thing about you, Vernon: you can speak truth to power, unedited, unapologetic, and uncensored. And so, thank God that He's allowed for you to sit in this seat at this season.
Yeah. Now, one other thing, I know you got to go because I got Mike sitting in the wing.
Man, love Mike, man. This whole weekend, I tell you, the city police, oftentimes, people will call with questions. I can say, this weekend, so many things going on, dealing with some of the homeless issues. I can just say hats off to the city police and how they are trying to handle a lot of the homeless issues and delinquent issues that we have. Many times we're down at Legion Field is where I spend most of my time. And I tell you, I can call those guys and they don't come heavy handed. They come with, trying to show young people the right way. And that's what we have to do, man. When you talk about taking ballots back to the churches, dude, I remember Wendell Rich and Doug Baldwin and, Chief Chapman. We'd have with Eugene Brown and Carol Warren. We'd have the Police League. We'd have Human Relations at Terry Wayne with softball. People say, what do young people do? And we'd have those softball games and we'd play up late in the night. And, you'd have David Alexander or Doug Baldwin or Wendell Rich. You have all those guys playing, and there'd be people from Addis Court and Morris Court, and we'd go to Pensacola Village and play, and we'd go to Escambia Arms, and it was giving young people something to do. I said, young people, I don't care how many curfews you seek to put in, young people are going to find something to do. We just have to give them the structure to do it. And, that's one of the reasons we fight for what we're doing down at Legion Field. I've been in all weekend. I was on the phone with, mayor and city councilman, talking about, what can we provide and, not charging kids. And I've said this publicly and I'll say it at the city council meeting. It's shameful that they would charge, whether it be McGee Field or NEP or Lee Field, $10 a kid to be on a football field when most of the kids are being scholarship. How shameful for those people to do that, and then they want people to support, no property tax reduction and no LOST reduction, but you will minor on the major and major on the minor. Those are saying we have to invest in our children, because what does it cost for us to investigate a murder? What does it cost for us to patrol a high crime area? It's a lot cheaper for us to give them structured activity in the prevention era rather than the post era after a crime has been committed. So I always commend all of my friends down at City Police and Mike Wood and his team.
My Commish, again, I have to always defer to my grandmother. She always says, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. And so that's why it's so important that I think that local politicians, send monies to nonprofit organizations and to give these kids an alternative, something to do other than think of ways of getting in trouble. And so that's the importance of it. And whether or not they think they doing the community a favor, I don't know. But let me before you go, one of the things that I want to do going forward, Commission, you might be able to help them with this. One of the sports activities that don't get a lot of attention except from the parents, it's the Little League folks. We need to start televising some of those Little League games that get people that can't get to those ball fields, for whether they're working or whether they can't get out of the house, but they are depriving themselves of an opportunity to see those things, So
let's work on that, Vernon. You have my full support. We're gonna make that happen. Soul Bowl is October 3rd. And we're looking for a great partnership. That's something we partner with the city, Pensacola, with the Parks and Rec, obviously the city police. Chief Renstrom, I've not had an opportunity to sit down with him, but since the Chip Simmons and Tommy Lighters and Eric Randalls, we've always had a great partnership on Soul Bowl. It is the largest Little League football game in the state, probably in the country. We partner with Quinn Studer and Troy Rafferty. We're gonna work.
Put WBQP on as a partner for this, because we need to not only those things need to be documented, for future use, but like I said, for folks that they can't be there, it's important for them to see that.
Absolutely, Vernon. Look forward to it. We're gonna make that happen, man. And I know you got Mike coming on. I got another Zoom that I got to jump on. But as always, thank you for your service to this community. Great weekend. I say that this is such a generous community. No child should not have a book bag. I went to 4 book bag giveaways. It's 5 this weekend, and I think I got 5 more coming up next weekend. And Sue Strong and the generosity of, stuff the bus, cram the van, whatever her and Sandy are doing, but they always come through. And 2Win, just so many churches that stepped up this week. I do encourage people to recognize that many of our kids go to choice schools. And although we have good intentions with buying, the Jan Sports or the Michael Jordan, all these bags, many of these kids have to have clear book bags.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that the few have ruined it for the many by their acts of violence and delinquency, that now for their own protection, school administration and teachers have to require kids to have, clear book bags. But we want people to keep that in mind. That was something that was brought to my attention at one of the book bag giveaways, and just talking to a grandmother who said, I appreciate the book bag, but my child can't take it to school. So we're going to try, in the future, consolidate some of these giveaways. All the well-intended, sometimes we miss the mark by not working together. And if we could just take some of these giveaways and take the smaller resources, combine them to have larger resources, we can make sure that every child gets exactly what they need, and at the same time partnering with the schools to know the exact supplies. Do they need a compass? Do they need a crayon, or do they need a coloring pencil? Do they need a binder, or or do they need loose leaf paper? And so those are the things that we have to make sure, because just to spend money and do giveaways without addressing the need is not beneficial for the kids. Although well intentioned and certainly appreciate it, I think we can certainly have more efficiency if we work together, Vernon. So again, thank you. We got some great things that we're going to do. We're looking at some possibly midnight basketball, some of the things that are going to keep the kids off the street. You know, our children, our responsibility. But I do say to our children that if you want these structured activities, that we're going to try to get your behavior is something that's not expected, but it's demanded. We want to help children that want to help themselves, and children who are going to be respectful and do what's right. If you decide that that's not where you want to be, then you'll have to make your choices and do what you want to do. But we're going to try to make sure that we work with city council, sheriff, city police, county, to provide something for these children to do. I mean, I'm not opposed to curfew, but if a child mother is not home, if the child doesn't have structure and discipline, a curfew is just going to be more civil citations and more paperwork for our law enforcement officers. The thing to do is to give them activities and opportunities, and it's up to them to take advantage of it, Vernon.
You're absolutely right. Commiss, thank you. We appreciate you for coming on every week. And don't break your perfect attendant. Chip broke his perfect attendant last week because he had an emergency. He had an emergency go out last week, so he had a perfect attendance. So you still got yours, okay?
Vernon, throughout my school days, I had perfect attendance from elementary, middle, and high school. When I worked at Salvation Army for 21 years, I didn't miss a day of work. I think I've only missed one board meeting in 16 years that I've been elected. I may not be there on time, and I may not stay as long as you like, but I always show up. I mean, we used to sing in the old black church, he may not come when you want him.
But he's always on time. All right.
Have a good one, Vernon.
Thank you so much. You know who else got perfect attendance?
Who's that?
Mike Woods.
Mike is the man.
Mike is the man. If he's in here, he got somebody to stand in for him.
Hey man, Mike knows the map to success. Every time that there's a PIO guy at the city, they're going to do great things. They become sheriffs and they become all type of influential people. So Mike's on there. We just got to stay close to Mike, Vernon. He's the man. Just stay close to him, and you're gonna be fine.
I know. I like to hang out with good people. Good morning, Mike. How you doing this morning?
Very well. Good morning.
Where your ring light at, Mike? I know you ain't got your light on.
Oh, it's all right. Do I need to bring it closer?
Yeah, you knew. Yeah. No. Okay, put it directly in front of you there. There we go. All righty then. Hey, how you doing this morning? How was your weekend?
Doing well. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. If I could do any better, I couldn't stand it.
That's good news for a Monday morning, isn't it?
It's a good news for Monday morning. Had a good weekend and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, we had a quiet one too, and we're with what the commissioner was just saying about the kids. We want to take a part in anything that we can do. And coming up tomorrow night at Booker T. Washington at 5:00 is a National Night Out, and this is an event that police departments all over the country are involved in. There's going to be a lot of our equipment out there, our new stuff, our old stuff. There's also going to be lifeguards from the beach with their trucks. There's going to be ambulances. There's going to be fire trucks. It's a touch of truck that will join the National Night Out. Lots of stuff for the kids to do and to get to know their local emergency responders. So we're hoping to see a big turnout for that because
what's the history of this National Night Out? How did that come about, Mike?
It started, and I want to say I've known about it since the early 90s or maybe the mid 90s. And it's a time for everyone. It started out, everybody, when you go to bed tonight, leave your front porch light on. It started out like that. It just evolved into getting law enforcement, emergency responders to go to a park somewhere and to invite everyone to come out. It's free of charge and to get to know their local first responders. So it's been a successful event for many years now.
Very good. Very good. So what is going on?
We had a quiet week and we had a quiet weekend. So nothing to report serious in the city. It's one of those weeks, one of those Monday mornings I enjoy coming on and be able to say something like that. But, we've got school getting ready to start back up, and we want to make sure, like the commissioner was saying, that everybody has the proper items for school. And if you do not contact us. You can contact the sheriff's office. There's all kinds of different places in the community you can contact to make sure your child has what they need to go back to school.
Now, Mike, can you take a few minutes, since school is coming back on, give them the rule of the road about school buses? You know, we have a lot of near misses, if you will, school buses. Tell folks where when to stop. And some folks, because you got a 4-lane highway, they can't tell the difference between the 4-lane highway that got a medium in it. Just tell us the rules of the road about school bus safety here, so we can protect these kids.
Yeah, so it does get confusing, Vernon, especially on the 4 lanes. Everybody knows on a 2-lane that you have to stop either way. It doesn't matter which way you're going. You have to stop once that stop sign is out. The 4-lane is where we have a problem. And if you're on a 4-lane highway, let's take Navy Boulevard. So there is a median there, and sometimes it's grass, and other parts of Navy Boulevard it's raised concrete. For both of those, you do not have to stop if the bus is in the opposite direction. So if it's a flat median, which means you can drive across it, there's no grass, there's no raised concrete or any other barrier, then you have to stop in all directions. So sometimes, and a lot of people will take the safe way, which we have no problem with, and start to slow down and stop no matter what. And you know, that's okay. That can cause some problems sometimes, but you just have to look in your rearview mirror and see who's behind you. But if it's a raised median or a grass median, then you must stop in both directions.
All right, tell them about emergency vehicles.
So if an emergency vehicle is approaching you from behind or ahead of you or coming
either way.
Yeah. So you need to pull to the right. You don't have to necessarily stop, but you need to pull to the right and slow down, because especially on a 2-lane road, that gives the emergency vehicle room to go through the middle if it's very crowded traffic. But and other times, if there's not much traffic at all, and the car or the ambulance, the fire truck is coming at you from the opposite direction, not a real need to pull over and stop on the opposite side, but you definitely need to do if that vehicle is coming up behind you.
All right, now what about funeral processions?
Funeral processions is something that we do here in the South, and a lot of people in the country. You know, this is a tourist destination. A lot of people come to visit here, and they don't understand what's going on. They just simply don't see that a lot up north and other places. But it's not a law that you have to stop. It's simply respect, and most people do that around here. You can tell those who are from here that know that, and they do it out of respect for the family. But it's not something that we can enforce.
Yeah. Now, one other thing I want to ask you about, and I know this issue about flock cameras and red light cameras and all that other kind of stuff. Is there, on school buses, I know there was some talk one time about installing cameras on a school bus that can get people that run school bus. I think that's probably important, because kids' lives is at stake here. Is that a thing, or that just talk about installing, a camera on that stop sign on that bus and catch folks?
It's happening.
It's happening, really?
Yeah, there are some newer buses that have those cameras, and a lot of them do not. But that's something that we would use if a person ran the school bus the lights and almost hit a child or put somebody in danger, and we have that video on that bus to back up that claim to be able to use that in court. That's what we will do. But it's not something to where if you run it and you automatically will get a ticket. It's more used as evidence in court.
Okay, now one other last thing. I know I'm bombarding you with questions today.
That's what I'm here for, Vernon.
Okay, now the accountability and responsibility when a person is caught by a red light camera and they're not driving the vehicle, but the vehicle registered to you.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to us about that. Is it the car get ticketed? Or the person get ticketed? How did that work?
So look at a red light camera ticket. First of all, it's a civil citation. It's nothing that's going to go on your insurance or against your driver's license.
Really? Okay. So, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Look at it like a parking ticket. When you get a parking ticket, there's nobody in the car. So we don't know who parked it there. All we can do by law, and the law allows us to do this, is send the ticket or make it out to the registered owner. It's the same way with a red light ticket. We don't know. Those cameras don't capture the face or who's driving it. We don't know who's driving it. So we send that civil citation, just like a parking ticket. It's not criminal. It's not anything that's going to hurt your license. We send that to the vehicle owner. Now, they have a certain amount of time to pay that. It's $158. That is a lot of money. However, if you ignore it and don't pay it, then it turns into a UTC, which is Uniform Traffic Citation, which is a state issued citation, like a real ticket. It will affect your insurance. It will affect your driver's license. And then it's $258. It doubles the price. So if you get one of those tickets and you are not driving, there's information on the back of that ticket that tells what to do. You have to sign an affidavit that says, hey, I wasn't driving, but this is who was. And you can send that in, and that other person becomes responsible. Or that person that's responsible can just pay the ticket for you. Again, that's something that can happen, and then it's over at that point.
But you got to snitch, though, right?
Yeah.
Because in order to get out of it, you got to tell who did it.
You don't. If I let somebody borrow my truck and I not want to get them involved, let's say Bob, my friend Bob borrow my truck. I'm gonna say, hey Bob, you owe me $158 because I had to go down to PPD and pay this ticket. Give me that $158. So I'm not snitching on him, but I'm gonna make him pay that ticket that he caused.
Well, which is fair. Yeah. Now, another question: what happens when nowadays they don't collect tolls anymore? They do it by license plates. So what happens if you fail to pay all your toll tickets?
So we don't have any of that in the city of Pensacola, so I can only tell you what I've been told. It's almost the same thing. The information goes to the registered owner and gives them opportunity to pay that. And if they don't, the next time they go try to renew their driver's license or their license plate for the car, it will get rejected. They will not be able to get a new license plate or a decal or a driver's license until that fine is paid.
So and that long arm of the law gonna get you, huh?
Yeah, if it goes too long, they can suspend your license. It can get real nasty.
Really? Oh wow. Okay. I think I asked all of my questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you got this morning?
Oh, sir. We appreciate the time every week, Vernon, and let's go out and have another nice week. Let's get ready for school, get the kids ready, and just please pay attention around those buses and those school zones because we're going to be watching those very closely as we do every year at the beginning of the school year.
Mike, I got one other little bone to pick about the school buses. When you said school buses, I noticed that they put strobe lights on school buses, and I'm assuming they put strobe lights on a school bus so that people can see that this big old school bus is coming, right?
So you're talking about the clear strobe light on the back, on the roof?
On the top of it, yeah. They got a strobe light on the. Why did they put strobe lights on the bus?
I can tell you exactly what happened. Back in the 80s, there was a bus crash in Carrollton, Kentucky. A Toyota pickup truck was DUI. The driver was DUI, was headed in the wrong direction on an interstate and struck a school bus head on that was on a field trip. That bus burst into flames. It was a foggy day. And that bus burst into flames and killed a lot of school children. And then at the federal level, they decided we have to do something in bad weather and put a beacon on these buses to where they can be seen even in bad weather that's uncontrolled by the driver. In other words, when you turn that bus on, that clear strobe light is going to start flashing and there's no way to shut it off. So that's what that is. It's for bad weather to make people see that vehicle. Whether it's coming at them or in front of them or it's in front of them, doesn't matter. They just want that bus to be seen in bad weather. And that's what that's for.
Now, the bone I want to pick about that is I don't understand, Mike. Why don't they require something like that on motorcycles? Okay, because motorcycles are so hard to see. You can easily put a strobe light on a. They got these antennas on these bikes for radios and stuff like that. But anybody that knows me, every time I see a motorcycle accident, there's nothing. They're hard. A car is hard to see in a blind spot, let alone a motorcycle. So why don't they require something like that for motorbikes?
That's hard to answer. I can tell you that back when the daytime running lights were made mandatory. So every time you're in your car, you turn your car on, those daytime running lights come on. Those have been also put on motorcycles, and motorcycles have had the headlights on for forever and ever, but the driver was able to turn them off. And now they've got a lot of daytime running lights. And if you look at the back of motorcycles, when the operator puts on the brakes, a lot of these newer motorcycles, the brake lights will flash before they stay steady burn red. So they're making improvements on motorcycles. To answer your question about the strobe lights or make them easier to see is something that I can't answer. I'm not involved in that, but I do understand the concern there, and motorcycle operators obviously understand that as well.
Yeah. Okay, man. I know I kept it longer today, but I'm full of questions this weekend. That's what happened when I feel good.
That's okay. That's what I'm here for. We can go as long as you want.
Okay. I think that's it. Anything else you got for me?
No, sir. That's it. Let's go out there and have fun, be safe, and let's pay attention to our kids, our grandkids. Let's make sure we point them in the right direction, and because they need us.
All right. Thank you, Mike. And we'll see you again on next Monday, okay?
Take care, my friend.
All right. You too now. All right. That's Officer Mike Wood, y'all, with the Pensacola Police Department. He's the information officer there, and I really appreciate him coming on every week and keeping us informed about what's happening in law enforcement. I know some of you're curious about what happened with my situation. It turned out great. The chief called, personally wanted us to come down and discuss our situation, and we worked everything out amicably. So, folks, if you have an issue, don't be afraid to reach out, because law enforcement should be your friend and not your enemy. Okay. All right, y'all. I tell you what, man, you know what? Time flies. It's almost time for me to get out of here. And a lot of stuff I hadn't even covered. As we say in the country, some of the stuff I hadn't covered this morning. I wanted to talk to you about I didn't even get a chance to give you the news. I don't have time to get into my report from Naomi this morning, so I'm not going to have her talk to me this morning. But one of the things I wanted to do is to get so you can see your lottery numbers, because I don't think I covered the lottery information this morning. So get your lottery tickets out there and see, because Florida, we've been kind of lucky lately, so you might be the lucky one. So let's look at and see what's on the lottery this morning. Get those tickets out, okay?
Vernon, it's Monday. Did you check your lottery tickets?
Nope, not yet.
If not, check it out.
All right.
Check those lottery tickets today. Your winning moment could be one scratch away.
Hey y'all, it is Monday. Pull out those lotto tickets and let's see if you were lucky this weekend.
All right, y'all. Those are the lottery stuff this morning. For folks that hadn't had time, I'm not going to have time, no, but to wish folks that a happy birthday. I'm going to have to create a special birthday wish for my birthday folks this morning. And let me send out a shout out to my peeps.
TV and radio, your information station.
Good morning to my Facebook friends, Lois Bless Pruitt, Janice Womack Ewing, Alan Young, Jeannie Costin, and everybody else this morning. Let's get to work.
Hey bro, this is Alan Young. That Mornings with Vernon show is out of sight. I can't wait to tune you in every morning.
I am Lois Bless Pruitt. I am so blessed to have Coffee with Vernon every morning during the Mornings with Vernon show. Join us. Love you, Vernon. Vernon, this is Janice Womack Ewing. No, I'm not related to J.R. Ewing, but I love you and the Mornings with Vernon show. Keep it up, and the show too. This is Jeannie. I love Morning with Vernon. Vernon, you really is the one. Jeannie. Read my lips, honey. Vernon is the one. Now go run and tell that.
Yes, indeed.
I love Morning with Vernon. Vernon, you really is the one. You really is the one. This is Jenny. I love Mornings with Vernon. Vernon, you are the one.
Hey, gang, let us all give Vernon a shout out.
We love Mornings with Vernon. You better tune in to see what you're missing.
Hey!
WBQP TV and WBQP Radio are the voice of the Black community in Pensacola.
That commercial drive made me crazy, y'all, called it grammatically incorrect. And I love to drive her crazy anyhow. So she's so prime and proper. She one of them proper talking heifers, you know? So sometimes you got to let your hair down and let loose and be country and be ignorant. Be ignorant sometimes. It don't hurt. It don't hurt to be ignorant sometimes. Y'all, I had and I pulled up the wrong one, but sometimes I don't always have time to go into my Black history my Black history venues. And so I thought of this bright idea. I said, well, let me talk about what's happened in Black history year to date on this date. And I did. And I spent the weekend doing this stuff. And then this morning, when I got ready to look, I pulled up the wrong one, but it doesn't matter. There's still a little bit of Black history here, y'all. But what I'm trying to do is to give you some notable Black history stuff that happened on this particular day back in history, such as this one. This says July 20th. What happened back on July 20th in our Black history. And so in 1967, the first National Conference on Black Power was held. And then in 1868, they ratified the 14th Amendment. That's important because now you better be careful because they're trying to undo all of that stuff nowadays, okay? The 14th Amendment, if we're not very careful, we're going to lose our rights, and they're going to take away those rights amendment. In 1919, if y'all remember Dr. Carter G. Woodson, he's the father of Black history, y'all. Dr. Woodson is the father of Black history. In 1919, this is during the time of Red. If you don't know what this Red Summer is, you need to read about it because that was a summer that a lot of Black community was burned down to the ground, okay, because of racism. And Dr. Carter G. Woodson happened to witness a Black man murdered by a white mob in Washington, D.C. during this time here. Also, in 1954, you probably hadn't heard of this guy. This guy's name is Freedman Bosley Jr. He was born, and he got to become the first African American mayor of St. Louis, Missouri. You know where the big McDonald arch is. That big arch is what they call the gateway to the West. Am I right, Sugar, Miss Janice? Am I right? So, but anyhow, those are the things that I'm trying to do. Again, my mantra, y'all, is I want to entertain you. I want to inform you. I want to educate you. And then I also want to inspire you. I just don't want you to be on the air just for being on the air and just being on the air for commercial purposes just because I can make money. I don't make no money at this holiday. As long as I make enough money I'm retired. I'm on a fixed income, but well fixed income. So don't make no mistake about that. Okay. So I obligated to anybody. I can do what I want to, and they can advertise whatever they want. If they don't, that's fine with me. All I'm trying to do is serve my community. This is much like a ministry to me because I think it's important. It's very important to keep the Black community informed and intact. Okay, I really do believe that. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go through some political commercials because I am getting paid to do that. Okay, so but these candidates want to make sure their message out in the community. And think about it. If they thought enough to spend some money in this Black community trying to get their message out to you, you might want to consider that as well. Okay. So we'll be right back. I'm going to have to wrap it up in a few minutes because I got to get out of here. Okay. So stay tuned. I'll be right back in I promise you, less than 2 minutes.
Hello, I'm David Williams, District 3 Representative, seeking re-election to the Escambia County School Board. 4 years ago, I said, together we can make a difference. Today, I'm proud to say, together we have made a difference, thanks to your trust. And because of you, we do not have any failing schools. Our schools are safer. We've closed the achievement gap, and our students are college and career ready. I'm asking for your support again to re-elect me so that we continue the work that we started 4 years ago. Please visit my website at davidwilliams3.com to learn more about my initiatives I have accomplished and the ones I will pursue over the next 4 years. Early voting is August 8th through the 15th, and the primary is August 18th. Your vote is essential to keeping our community moving forward. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Dr. Isaac Williams, and I'm running for School Board District 3. Our community is asking for change, and I agree. District 3 deserves change. District 3 deserves a representative who will listen, communicate, and stay connected to the community. Our students need every opportunity to succeed. Our teachers need support, and our community and parents need a voice. I've spent my time as a servant leader in the Marine Corps, as a pastor, as a community activist, and I'm prepared now to serve District 3 on day one. And I will be honored to earn your support and your vote on August 18th. God bless you. God keep you.
I'm Angie Nixon. I didn't grow up with a lot of money. I grew up with a family that worked hard and still struggled. So fighting for working families is not politics for me. It's personal. When people in our state are working hard every day and still can't get ahead, something has to change. And it's why I'm running to be Florida's next United States Senator.
We can lower healthcare costs. We can afford our homes.
I'm running for U.S. Senate to fight every day for you and your family.
All right, y'all, I got to get out of here. I'll see you tomorrow, y'all. Same time, same station, and the same me. Y'all tell everybody that I'm on from 6:30 to 9, Monday through Friday. Gotta go. See you tomorrow.
Start your day with Mornings with Vernon on WBQP, Monday through Friday from 6:30 to 9 a.m. Watch on Channel 12 and listen on WBQP Radio on your phone, Alexa, or CarPlay. WBQP is your information station.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show. It's a beautiful day out there, and let's get you caught up on everything.
It's Monday. Let's get the week moving.